Guys, welcome back to another episode of 10-Minute Wind Down. I am Miguel from SoCal Watch Reviews, and I got P.
Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy P. Ross back in the building with another one. You understand?
Yes. And today on the wrist, I got the Timex Q, or the Q Timex reissue. A lot of people hate on this watch. I picked it up at retail, so it's not that bad, less than $200. Yes, it's a quartz, but It's so charming, man. What are you wearing?
I am wearing the Omega Seamaster DeVille right now.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? You know.
Dang. All right. Nice.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
So, guys, we got another hot one for you. P, what are we going to talk about?
This is definitely a hot one. We have the Junghans, however you pronounce it. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear that shit in the comment section.
I don't know how to pronounce it either.
You know what I'm saying? This is a Max Bill set, 2 limited edition watches in black and white. In order to get both of them, you have to buy the set. Very, very interesting. I love the white band, but before I get to the band, the case material, stainless steel, black dial. The 40 millimeter they're calling the chronoscope,
Correct.
And the 34 millimeter they're calling the client automatic. Has a sapphire crystal, 30 meters, water resistance. Crown is push pull. Movement on the chronoscope is a J880.1, and
I think it's the same movement, right?
Nah, the client is a J800.1.
You're right. Sorry.
Comes with a black and white leather strap. The price, my brother, is $3,345.
Yeah, I mean it's out of our price range for sure. But when you break it down, since you're getting the set, you're getting a His and you're getting a Hearst, because the chronograph is what, 40, and the other one is 34, which is classic. It's beautiful. So His and Hearst. So really, when you break it down, it's like $1,600 per. But I mean, you're getting a quality German watch here, and to be honest with you, this is extremely sexy. I never really been a fan of their watches because I don't know, that Max Bill kind of style, or Bauhaus style. I'm sorry, the Bauhaus style hasn't really appealed to me yet. But as a collector, you evolve, so I'm sure at one point I will fall absolutely in love with these. But what at
one point, I had actually bidded on one on eBay. It was the Mega Quartz.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And it was pretty dope. I lost the bid, but it got up to like $200, and after $200, I was like, I'm straight. But pretty dope watch.
No, these are definitely cool watches. I love the date wheel. They actually match the dials as a black date wheel. They have a little bit of lume there. Now, some of the downfalls for me, of course, is, well, several things. Number one, the white band. I am not a fan of white bands. I like the fact that it comes with white and black, but I would have preferred maybe like a brown leather, or maybe like a black NATO and a black leather or something like that. Also, I don't like the water resistance. I mean, 30 meters, guys, no. This is not acceptable, and I know this is not just for the set. I know they have other watches in their collection that's kind of what the water resistance is. But also, one of the downfalls for me is the 200 piece release, because these are awesome. I think they should have these in the collection just as a regular PVD, type of watch. What do you think? What are your downfalls?
Of course, the water resistance. That's just pure trash. You know what I mean? I think that the function pushers on a 40 millimeter should have came on the 34 millimeter as well. You know what I mean? If they was gonna match the setup. Now, I don't have a problem with the white strap. I think the white strap is something like totally different. Right now, I could go for that. I like that for this piece because it matches the hands, the indices, and all that stuff, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
The water resistance, definitely. And I would have liked to see the function pushers on the 34 millimeter. Although I know it's two totally different movements. You know what I mean? But, they could.
Yeah, no, for sure. And just reading it, we're reading from Worn and Wound. The 34 millimeter actually follows the same size as the original design from the 1961. So they kind of kept it true to that. But just because they kept it true, yeah, they should definitely increase the water resistance. Now, for the good for me is just the looks of them. I mean, amazing. They look so sexy in that black PVD, and they both match. And it's so charming, so romantic to know that you can have a his and hers. And I mean, even your girl could be rocking the bigger one, like a boyfriend watch, and you could be rocking the more sleek one. And like I said, change the band on this to like a brown one, and you have a very, very professional looking watch that you can walk into a board meeting and get away with it. You know what I mean? So the looks is one thing, and also, well, the fact that it's his and hers, I think that I find that very charming, because it's a way to convince your girlfriend, your wife, to say, hey, I want to pick up a watch, but guess what? It comes in a set, and it's kind of a romantic thought. So I think that's pretty cool. What about you?
I definitely think it's cool. The set is great. You know what I mean? I tell you what, if I had like $4,000 that I could just spend, I would actually buy this one.
Yeah, it's very nice.
I would actually get it. You know what I mean? Like, there are a couple downfalls, but you know, a couple shortcomings, but overall, this is the shit. Sure.
Yeah, and overall thoughts, I mean, for me, it's a win. It's a yes, and although it's out of my price range, I agree with this one. I think is very good looking, very charming, very clean. You know, so for all the new collectors out there, you know, look into these pieces. You could go down a rabbit hole of so many different style pieces and so many different chronographs, right? So you have something as simplistic as that, but then you bring in the Seiko SNA 411, and this is just so complicated. I mean, it's super cool, but it's just completely different than that chronograph. You know what I mean? So, in my opinion, it's a win. P.
It's definitely a win. Yes, absolutely. Let's not forget. I think the J 880.1 automatic caliber has a 48-hour power reserve.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, they could have done a little better. They could have done a little better, but nonetheless, I mean, this is super cool. Like I said, Max, you know, it's it pays tribute to the Max Bill Variations 5. It's kind of what it reads right here. But yeah, it's cool. It's a win. It's a win for both of us. Oh, yeah. So there you have it. That's been another episode of 10-Minute Wind Down. I am Miguel. You can find me on Instagram, SoCal Watch Reviews, and of course my YouTube channel, SoCal Watch Reviews. Follow me there. P.
Yo, your boy P. Rouse in the building, of course. You know what I mean? Rouse Wristwatch Love everywhere. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Check out the SoCal Watch Reviews Facebook podcast page. Okay, get into it, y'all. Get involved.
Yeah, absolutely. And don't forget, we have a giveaway at 500 subscribers for P, 1,000 subscribers for me. We're almost there. Help us get there. Almost. I hope you've been enjoying these series. We just started them. So yeah, you know, show us your love. Like the video, comment. As always, stay humble. Pete.
Peace and hair grease. We out.
Peace, my friend.